What is going on, everyone? My name's Andy and welcome to another FPL video for 2018-19 pre-season. And today I'm looking at Chelsea, both their fixtures and possible players to look out for. I will quickly say before I start the video that originally I was going to do a fixtures video, kind of looking at the best opening fixtures for 5 to 6 teams in one video. Probably would have lasted at least 15 to 20 minutes. So for what I thought I'd do is split the teams up a bit and just cover one team's fixtures, one team's players to watch. And go from there. Hopefully the video will be a bit shorter. So please let me know in the comments below what you think of this format, whether you prefer it or whether you'd rather have multiple teams in one video. And I can change that going forward. Otherwise, if you're new around here, hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell so that you're going to get notified for new videos and new live streams. And drop a like on the video if you do enjoy it. It'd be much appreciated. Otherwise, I'm going to jump straight into it and start looking at Chelsea. So Chelsea's opening 6 fixtures. You got Huddersfield away, Arsenal at home, Newcastle away, and then Bournemouth and Cardiff at home, which are 2 nice fixtures, and then West Ham away. So straight away I look at those 6 fixtures. I kind of look at the opening 6 just to give some context, because I think you go too far, there's just too much that will change. Other players will come into form, some will drop out of form, get injured. Especially for the opening 6, you've got World Cup players coming back, wild cards potentially to use. So I think 6 is a good first look at the fixtures. So I look at the 3 away games, and I think they are tough fixtures, but I think they're winnable for Chelsea. I think there's goals in them. I think there's potential for a clean sheet or 2, Huddersfield especially, maybe Newcastle there. West Ham probably a bit tougher. So I think there's points there in the away games, and they've got Bournemouth and Cardiff at home, which you'd expect points into. And then Arsenal at home, which, you know, North London derbies we expect goals, but sometimes it could be tight as well. So if you've got a defender, that might not be as bad as it looks on paper. So I think as an opening set of 6 fixtures, they're pretty good. And then when I look at the players, I think Chelsea are one of the most interesting teams in the league this year in terms of FPL points potential. Now, Conte has now been sacked. That's happened today. I'm recording this on Friday evening. Sarri's not quite come in yet, but it looks like he's going to be confirmed. Along with him, they've got Jorginho, the midfielder that Man City were looking to buy, but it looks like he's going to go to Chelsea now, so he's going to come into the side as well. Now, of course, there could be more players signed before the start of the season. I can only go on what we've got now. If you look at Sarri, from everything I've read, and apologies if I'm butchering the name, let me know in the comments below if I am. From everything I've read about him, he likes to play 4-3-3, so straight away that's a big change for Chelsea, because the previous couple of seasons they've played 3 at the back, 2 wing backs, so Moses and Alonso on the left. Straight away those 2 players could now not be options, depending on the formation and kind of players or personnel that he uses in his team. So if he goes to a flat back 4, we could see Emerson coming at left back. A lot of Chelsea fans think that Alonso is suspect in defence, so Emerson could be the one. And then Azpilicueta has been playing centre back in the back 3, but for me at 5'10", I think he's just possibly a little bit short to play there. It depends what Sarri thinks, but I think he'll move to right back, where he's probably a better defender than Moses. In fact, Azpilicueta is probably the best defender in the Chelsea team, so I think he'll move to right back, Emerson left back, and then you've got 2 centre backs, which would be Rudiger, Cahill, Luiz, or Christensen. Now Rudiger's 6 million, so FPL think he's probably the key one. And the other 3 are 5.5 million. So straight away, I look at the Chelsea team and think that's a team that's got at least 15 clean sheets in them, possibly more over the course of a season. Azpilicueta always returns. He gets bonus points, possible attacking returns. Emerson could get attacking returns as well on the left if he plays. So I'd value their defenders at least the 6 million mark. But Emerson and 3 of the centre-backs are 5.5 million. So straight away, I'm looking at them in pre-season, and I want one of those in my team for these opening fixtures. So I'm going to keep a real eye on them. I think there's some value there. And then moving up into attack, again, if they go for the 4-3-3, you're probably looking at Kante and Jorginho in the middle. And then maybe as the more attacking player, you could even have Fabregas at 6.5 million. I wonder if he'll kind of be more of like a number 10 role to push up and kind of dictate play from the front. So have a look at pre-season and wait and see what happens for Chelsea. But Fabregas at 6.5 million could be a bargain. And then it gets even better as you move into the front 3. You'd expect Hazard to line up on the left, unless he goes to Real Madrid. There are rumours, they've just sold Ronaldo, they're going to need a Galactico. Could it be Hazard? I don't know. But at 10.5 million, I think that's an okay price. It's not good value, it's not bad value. It's kind of what Hazard can do. Under a new manager, he could kick off again this season, do really well. But I think the 2 players that I'd be looking at in that front 3 are Willian at 7.5 million. I know some people like him, some don't. I'm a big fan of his. I think he plays well. Did well for Brazil. He's looked good for when he's played for Chelsea, but never really had a run in the team. If he gets a run, then he could be one to look at 7.5 million. I think that could be really good value with these fixtures. Obviously, he was at the World Cup. He's not been there as long as the likes of Hazard. So I think he may play for game week 1, but we'll have to wait and see what the manager says. But Willian, good option, I think, for 7.5 million. And then at striker, You got Morata, who's had a big price drop down to 9 million. Now, I think he had an okay season last year. It wasn't great. It wasn't super bad. It was kind of somewhere in the middle, just okay. But with that price drop, suddenly his points potential is huge. He had 11 goals and 6 assists in about 2,000 minutes last year. That was 122 points. Now, if you look at about 3,000 minutes, which is what a lot of players will get over the course of the season if they play most games, I think he could get up to about 180 points in an okay season. So if he has a really good season, you know, we're looking at 200 plus. And I think for 9 million striker for Chelsea with those opening fixtures, Giroud, he could be the #1 choice. They may bring in someone else. Higuain is being touted. We'll have to wait and see. If Morata starts the season off, I think for 9 million, the transfer window will be closed. We'll know before game week 1 kicks off who Chelsea have got at their disposal. I'm definitely looking at Morata at 9 million. In fact, he's currently in my team. I know we did a first draft stream the other day, but I've already changed and got Morata in because I think for 9 million, that's a bargain. I've probably said that too many times. So Chelsea are a really interesting one to look at. Nice opening fixtures. Even the away games are okay, and I think lots of potential value in there. We're going to have to really monitor them in pre-season. But I'm looking at Emerson, Fabregas definitely if he starts. Pedro could fit in somewhere as well, and William for 7.5 million. I think that's absolute value in the centre midfield. When you look at the other players' price there, you've got Sigurdsson and Ramsey, both good options. But I think William, I really like him if he's going to start. So I'm going to leave it there for Chelsea. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about the format. Like I said, I can do more teams in one video, or I can just stick to one team for video and go through the player picks and why they might be good value. But hopefully Sarri comes in, 4-3-3. Sure, we'll be sad to see Alonso go, but we'll have Emerson coming in possibly instead. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you next time. Cheers all.